Now, former Kano State Governor Ibrahim Shekarau on Monday was declared the winner of the Kano Central Senatorial District election under the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP, despite his resignation from the party before the election. The returning officer for the Independent National Electoral Commission in the Kano Central District, Tijani Dama, said Mr. Shekarau polled 456,787 votes. However, after the declaration of the result, NNPP agent Shehu Yusman rejected Shekarau as the rightful candidate for the election. He alleged that INEC refused to replace Shekarau's name with the candidate the NNPP nominated for the election, Rufai Hanga. Now, joining us on the show is the NNPP's Legal Adviser, Robert Horn, to discuss INEC's illegality in declaring Senator Ibrahim Shekarau as Senator-elect under the platform of NNPP for Kano Central Senatorial District, despite the fact that he had withdrawn from the race. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you very much, Tokpe. Thank you very much, Hawa. Thank you very much, Nigerians.
And of course, we do apologize for the earlier mix-up. Now, how is the NNPP reacting to INEC declaring Ibrahim Shekarau winner of the Kano Central Senatorial District election under the NNPP, despite resigning from the party even before the election?
Well, first and foremost, I wish to state emphatically that INEC is in contempt. That declaration is in contempt of court orders concurrently made by the Court of First Instance and the Appellate Court, that Senator Rufai Hanga is the candidate of NNPP for Kano Central Senatorial District and not Shekarau. Those judgments are subsisting, they are valid, they were contested by INEC. INEC lost at both levels. So INEC is in contempt of those court orders by declaring Shekarau. In addition to that, I wish to state, most importantly, as I said earlier, you see, Nigeria celebrated the electoral 2022. The whole world celebrated. Nigeria in diaspora, Nigeria within. We celebrated the electoral 2022. It was a beacon of hope for Nigerians. We expected so much, and it gave us a lot of encouragement. You could see that in the excitement towards collecting of PVC, people registering to collect their PVCs to participate in the 2022 general election. My friend and schoolmate, former Resident Electoral Commissioner Mike Guinea, was always in his high element. How the electoral 2022 is going to be a game changer. Whereas the end result is beyond expectation. I mean, it's below expectation. INEC more or less has bungled the hopes of Nigerians. The issue of the Shekarau and NNPP saga, which INEC has orchestrated in Kano, is very sad. Having continuously been warned, being told by the court of competent jurisdiction that this is the candidate of NNPP, who is Rufai Hanga and not Shekarau, INEC, in defiance and in contempt of those court orders, has gone ahead to declare Shekarau. INEC position, like I said earlier, whatever their disposition, whatever their feelings, is not and can never be over and above the court of the land. The courts have made a pronouncement. They are to obey the court orders and comply with the fact that Shekarau has left the party. Shekarau even served them with his resignation letter. The resignation letter is in here with me. He served them, he served INEC directly, even though the law says serve the party. He served INEC and told INEC that we have copied the national chairman of the party. He has also copied the Kano State chairman of the party, that he has resigned and is seeking and looking for his own political future elsewhere, where he left and joined PDP. It is the public domain. So, very consecutively, INEC is aware that Shekarau has resigned from the party. INEC is aware that Shekarau has moved to another party because he stated it in the letter of resignation and withdraw from the contest. The court orders are there, first and second are there. So why would INEC, if it's not administrative recklessness, why would they not announce Rufai Hanga, who is the candidate on record, recognized by the concurrent court judgments, concurrently made by 2 courts? Why would they go ahead and announce Shekarau? It's embarrassing. It's violation of the Constitution. It's contempt of the court. The Constitution says before you are made, become a candidate, you must be a member of that political party and must be sponsored by a political party.
It is.
Shekarau said, no, I am no longer a member of this party. He has left. He has withdrawn. So where is INEC, or which basis is INEC announcing Shekarau and declaring him as a candidate of the NNPP? Is it in the Constitution?
Robert, allow me to interject just for the purpose of time. It is quite curious, all that you've explained, the 3 different junctions in which the situation was addressed, that the fact that this individual was not indeed part of the party, and INEC, for whatever reason, still went forward. What could possibly justify those reasons as to INEC turning a blind ear, or deaf ear, rather, to your pleas and your summons? And what does the NNPP plan to do? How will you take this further in order to get justice for your party under the ticket that you that was claimed?
You say it is a very serious matter. It's a very serious matter because it's an assault on the Constitution, violent assault on the Constitution, violent assault on the orders of the court of the land. And it's not coming from any other person but a revered and sensitive institution like Independent National Electoral Commission. Very sensitive. That we now be involved in this kind of illegality is very sad. On the part of the party, as a law-abiding party, we will challenge it to the last drop of any legal blood in us. I use that expression carefully. Any drop of legal blood in us, we will fight it. So as to set the pace, so that to clear this table. It is not about the institution. This institution has been so much empowered. You know, the strength of institution determines how much it can do. And the strength of institution comes from the legal backing. This Electoral Act 2022 has made far-reaching innovations, reformations in the Electoral Act, giving both the electorate the opportunity and the umpire the powers to ensure that the whole electoral process is done properly and within the law to the satisfaction of the greater Nigerians. But the rascality, the recklessness of the members, the leadership of the umpire is unbecoming. But like I said, we as a party, we are going to ensure that we fight it to the last, because it is not acceptable in a democratic institution. Everything is very clear, straightforward. What else would an institution created by the law would do to ensure that the law that created it, it is obeyed? What else? If the law is followed, I repeat myself, as I did on the 27th of January, we went to court when Shekarau resigned, expressing his own constitutional right of association and disassociation. When he disassociated from us, we followed the guidelines. The electoral says you should approach INEC with the information, communicate INEC within 14 days. We did that. We conducted fresh primary election within 14 days. Senator Hanga emerged. We communicated INEC with the details of the emergence of Senator Hanga. Now, INEC said no. By the time Shekarau resigned on the 26th of August, the time for replacement had elapsed. We made available Section 33 to them of the Electoral Act. If you permit me, I will read Section 33 of the Electoral Act to the hearing of Nigeria and Nigerians. Please, if you can permit me, I will read Section 33 so that we get everything clear here. What does Section 33 say? Sorry. Section 33 says, a political party shall not be allowed to change or substitute its candidates whose name has been submitted under Section 29 of the Act, except in the case of death or withdrawal by the candidate. In this case, the applicable phrase there is withdrawal, where there is withdrawal by the candidate. Who is the candidate withdrew? Senator Ibrahim Shekarau withdrew as a central candidate of NNPP for Kano Central District on the 26th of August and communicated his withdrawal and resignation from the party NNPP on that same day, 26th of August 2022. So there's a proviso following which yes, please let me read the proviso. Provided that in the case of such withdrawal.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Provided that in the case of such withdrawal or death of a candidate, the political party affected shall within 14 days of the occurrence of the event hold a fresh primary election to produce and submit a fresh candidate to the commission for the election concerned. That is exactly what we did. So if you go to section 31,
okay, you have told us what section 33 says, and you have said that Ibrahim Shekarau resigned from the party. But according to INEC, Mr. Shekarau did not formally notify the commission of his withdrawal. So is it really fair to blame INEC if indeed he did not? Couldn't both parties, that is the NNPP and Mr. Shekarau, have reached an agreement so that this could be done properly? Then how likely is it that Rufai Hanga will be declared winner of an election he did not participate in, especially when the APC candidate that came second is already asking to be recognized? Please, you have just few seconds to answer that question. Okay, quickly. What has happened is this. In spite of whether Shekarau resigned properly or did not resign properly, the court, the second highest court of the land, has said that Shekarau has resigned properly and the candidate of NNPP for Kano Senatorial District is Senator Rufai Hanga. That is the judgment of the Court of Appeal decided on the 3rd day of January 2023. The judgment of the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, on the 3rd day said it is not Shekarau but Rufai Hanga, and that judgment is subsisting. It has not been set aside. So any other thing that you say, whether it was not done properly, it's not done properly, this has been overtaken by virtue of the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on the 3rd day of January 2023. Thank you.
Well, NNPP Legal Adviser Robert Hahn, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and sharing your side.